and what she wants for Christmas. What she doesn't want, like gift cards or reactions. So she's like, you're getting stuff you don't like. That's just not gonna work. Oh yeah, we always do.
How you doing, man?
Whether I'm ready or not.
That's right.
How about you?
Yeah, you actually do really well.
All right, I would like to call to order the Committee of the Whole for Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. Let the record show that all aldermen are present. First on the agenda is finance and bills. We've been presented with finance and bills. Any comments or questions? Okay. Seeing none, the finances bills is on regular meeting. We don't need a sponsor here. Tiffany, we're good? Okay. All right, so no questions. Moving on, I have a short, just annual council update on things that we've accomplished over the past year. So first of all, I want to take this moment to specifically thank Alderman Andreano, Alderman George for your years of great service to the City of Olean and to the Common Council. And so thank you very much, as it's your both of your last meetings, and best wishes to you both in your future endeavors.
Thank you, John.
Without stealing any of the mayor's thunder on his annual reorganizational meeting, I would like to thank the members of the council, the mayor's office, the city department heads, as well as our city workers for their hard work and efforts over the past year. 2019 was a very positive year for the City of Olean, and one that we certainly can all be proud of. A couple of great programs and resolutions that the Common Council put forward in conjunction with the mayor, as well as others, over this past year. Just to name a few, we successfully preserved the fund balance while only raising taxes 1%. We sponsored and initiated a citywide cleanup day and gargoyle pavilion improvements. We funded $1 million water line and street replacement for North 4th and Washington Street. We accepted a senior citizen tax exemption. We accepted the Charter for Compassion adoption. We continued the Fight the Blight campaign by ordering the demolition of various properties, including one on North 5th Street and North 13th Street. We funded and passed a successful sidewalk reimbursement program that helped homeowners leverage funding in order to replace bad and dangerous sidewalks to continue to improve the neighborhoods. Successfully updated a tree program to make it less expensive and less restrictive on homeowners. Authorized geothermal wells, a first in the City of Olean for Sunny Olean, LLC. Created and passed tobacco and nicotine-free park resolution. Removed taxicab fare rate restrictions to help local businesses survive in this competitive climate. And lastly, authorized some LED conversion of streetlights in the City of Olean. So thank you to all those who contributed on the council, and hopefully 2020 brings additional success. So now we have an item that is not on the agenda. Bob Rand.
A few months ago, you gave us permission to apply for the next round of FAA grants. You asked for an update when the grant came through, which it has, and we need to sign the engineering agreement for the new year. So I just wanted to give you a quick update related to FAA. I met with our consultant that we use to kind of help us walk through this process, and I've given you a quick spreadsheet breakdown of the next 5 years of what we're looking at for FAA grants. You guys have seen this before, except for the most recent year. In the way we're kind of gearing up for this, the next budget, we're looking for funding sources to match for the grant, or we'll pay for it out of budgeted funds, which was fiscal year 2019, for the upper these projects would mill and replace all the pavement surfaces that we have up there. According to our consultant, the FAA is really big on pavement replacement. This would pave the way for the next 20 years for us to not have to invest these big amounts, which is roughly $5 million worth of projects for a city price of 5% or roughly $275,000. And so we're kind of gearing up for that in fiscal year 2022 through 2024, as you can see. And then after that, I've asked the consultant to kind of bring our price tag back down. So it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be big price tag projects all the time. That will sustain us for a long period of time, as far as I'm concerned. And we're in good shape up there. So I'm hoping that, of course, we can move forward for the 2019-20 project, and then, kind of get your blessing, at least your thoughts on what we're looking at in the future. Any questions?
So what is the deliverable that you specifically are looking for tonight?
I just, needed maybe verbal approval to sign the agreement, or for the mayor to sign the agreement. Sometimes he signs it, sometimes I do. And other than that, nothing official, and we don't need a resolution. Just your blessing.
So this is pertaining to only the design plan? Is that correct?
Correct. As you can tell, these move pretty slowly, so they haven't started even billing for this project yet, so this will kind of allot the money to us. They'll start the design process, and again, we pay them 5% of each bill. So it's slow. It's probably a year design, and our costs are minimal.
Okay. Any comments or questions? How does everyone feel about moving forward with this?
I feel good.
Good. Everyone's good?
I'm good.
Okay. Bill, anything? Okay. All right. Anything else not on the agenda? We're good? I'll make a motion to adjourn. Could I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Gonzalez. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Into the regular meeting. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Olean Common Council for Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Witte.
Here.
Alderman Adjournment.
Here.
Alderman Gonzalez.
Here.
Alderman Dougherty.
Here.
Alderman Smith.
Here.
Alderman George. And Alderman Crawford.
Here. Please rise for the invocation.
Tonight, it's my pleasure. My mom had to have been probably the most faithful servant of Christ that I've ever met. And she would always say, in order to be a blessing, in order to receive a blessing, you needed to be a blessing. And so, being my last meeting, it was very important to me that Pastor Tyrone Hall, come and be a blessing to us and share the prayer. So thank you very much.
Praise God. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I brought my little helper here tonight, so the janitor and the cleanup crew will have a nice time. But our court, the Supreme Court, uphold legislative prayer at a council meeting. That was back in May 5th of 2014. And starting anything off with prayer is huge. And I'm so thankful that many times I've been opening different, where was that, the playground and different things, opening up with prayer. Very, very special and very important. The importance of prayer and understanding without prayer, our city doesn't move efficiently and effectively in the right direction. As usual, let us all hold hands if we can. I love to hold hands because it creates a bond of unity. We just want to thank our officers, everyone that's here, our aldermen, our mayor, we thank you. Kelly, we thank everybody. We thank everyone that's here. Come on, let us lift up our voices unto the Lord as we bow our head for our city as we pray. Lord, we love you as we go out. Old bang, out with the old, and in with the new. And Father, we thank you We thank you for our mayor, everyone that's here, the aldermen, the city workers. Amen. Every I that's dotted, every T that's crossed. We praise your holy name. Giving you thanks for 2019 and give us 2020 vision as we look forward to the new year. County, we just thank you. As we thank you and tip our hats off to you, great job, a job well done. Those that are staying, those that are leaving, let's encourage each other in this new year to lift each other up, to come together as one, because our city needs us and the Lord requires oneness as we move forward. Blessings to you and your family. Let's continue to hug our children, love our babies, and kiss our mothers. In Jesus' name. And we just love this city. And I thank God for such a uniqueness of coming together. And Father, as we move forward, only 2020 has the vision, and we do too, for our city of Olean. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and Tiffany, for the record, Lenz has some very cold hands.
Super cold.
Very cold hands.
You all right?
It is.
Reading, correcting, and approval of the minutes of the previous regular meeting.
The regular meeting of the Olean Common Council was held on Tuesday, December 10th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. Present, Alderman Crawford, Alderman Witte, Alderman Adjournment, Alderman Gonzalez, Alderman Dougherty, Alderman Smith, and Alderman George.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve. Could I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Gonzalez. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Committee reports and unfinished council business.
We have none.
Communications from the mayor.
Thank you, Dan. I have some good news. To go along with the water project we're going to do on Washington Street. We were today that we received a grant from WIIA to the tune of $911,454
For what?
for the Washington Street
Really?
project. Yes. If you
Well done.
recall, this is the grant that we put in for last year that we did not get. It was reapplied. There was a clause in there that Bob just had to let them know we wanted to reapply, and we received word today that we got the grant. So we'll have to work this all out now.
I mean, that's close to $1 million of savings of taxpayer money.
Yes.
Can we give a round of applause to Bob and the mayor and everyone, please? I mean, that's $1 million. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And Kelly, I just want to thank you for your years on the council. Great job for us. We're looking for you to be a wonderful thing in the common council. And Brian, please accept from the bottom of my heart our thanks for you being on the council, and I'll keep you busy.
All right, appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, miscellaneous communications,
We have none.
city official reports,
We have none.
proposed legislation and referrals.
None.
Okay, so next, before I move to public comment, I'd like to give an opportunity to any of the council members to make a statement at this time.
I'd like to say,
Alderman Andreano?
so as most people know, I like to speak from the heart, but I figured I'd get a little emotional tonight, so I wrote my thoughts down. I just want to say it's been a pleasure working with everybody for the past 5.5 years on the council. I've had the honor of working with some truly amazing people during my tenure on the council, from Mayor Aiello, the city attorney DiCerbo, the city workers, all of you department heads, all of the city workers, and all the dedicated members of this council. Despite our differences that may have come up over the years, especially budget time, I can say without hesitation that every member of this council, or any of the council I work with, have been dedicated to serving this city with passion and a vision to make it better. Both of my girls attended Virginia Tech, and there's a motto, and it says "Up Presum," and it means to serve. It has been my privilege to serve all the residents of Ward 2. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know everybody, working to improve our neighborhood, and of course my passion to make it safe. I made it my goal to know every inch of my ward and be available to anyone when they needed me, and I hope I've succeeded in that. When I first got the phone call from the city attorney to come meet with the mayor to possibly take this seat, I actually have to be honest and decided that maybe I would take this seat as a way of combating my anxiety from empty nest syndrome when my youngest Kylie decided to move 9 hours away. But instead, it became a life-altering event for me. To the Mayor, Aiello, and the council, I wish you all the best. I believe the city is on the verge of some great things, and it's been my pleasure to have a front row seat to it for the past 5.5 years. I know there's a lot of people out there that think we do this for the money, and I can guarantee that that's not what we do. And I witnessed true community and true dedication to the city on the day we built King Street Park. Many city workers, the mayor, the firemen, the council members, and the community came together with one goal, which was to invest in the future. I know that all of you will continue to work tirelessly for that goal of the city. My last hope is that I can continue to work with everyone in this room in my new endeavor so that we can continue to fight to make Olean a better place for all of us to work, live, and play. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Anyone else? At this time, will the clerk please read the public comment statement?
The public comment portion of the Common Council regular meeting is established to provide members of the community with the opportunity to publicly state their views, voice their concerns, or to provide input pertaining to any issue affecting city government. Additionally, the mayor, Common Council members, and city department heads encourage any person with questions to contact them at their offices.
All right. At this time, I'll open the public comment portion. Please approach the podium and state your name and address. You'll have up to 5 minutes. Anyone? 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 Okay. This time I will call the public comment section closed. On to finance and bills.
The auditor has processed bills and claims against the city of Olean as per list submitted to each alderman and recommends payment thereof. The auditor has presented to the Common Council bills and claims against the city of Olean totaling $2.5 million for the budget and recommends payment thereof. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the same are hereby audited and allowed, and the auditor is hereby authorized and directed to draw warrants for the payment thereof at the amount set opposite each respective claim.
Okay. I'll go ahead and sponsor. Could I get a second, please?
Second.
Second by Alderman Andreano. Any last questions? Okay. Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderman Witte?
Yes.
Alderman Adjournment?
Yes.
Alderman Gonzalez?
Yes.
Alderman Dougherty?
Yes.
Alderman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman George?
Yes.
And Alderman Crawford?
Yes.
Motion carries 7-0.
Okay. Resolutions. We have none. And before we adjourn, I'd just like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Anything before we part? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Andreano. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.